Good morning and warm welcome to everyone here today. Thank you all for joining us to commemorate this milestone in this very long awaited project. And it is a campus park activation project. Let's give a round of applause for this milestone we're at today. So my name is Gabe Turan. I am the Mayor Pro Tem currently and the council member for District 2, which is where we sit right now, and it goes all the way north to River Park and the Collection. And I am also fortunate to be a resident of this neighborhood just a few blocks away. I've lived here almost my entire life, and I'd be remiss if I didn't give a shout out to my grandparents who are here, who've also lived in this neighborhood since the 1970s, as well as many of my neighbors from the Fremont South neighborhood who have been fortunate to live next to this vacant lot for all of this time and have been on me about when is this happening, and here we are, folks. So thank you all for joining us today. Before we begin, on behalf of the city of Oxnard, I want to gratefully acknowledge that Campus Park sits on traditional ancestral lands of the Chumash people who have cared for this region for generations. We pay our respects and recognize their continuous connection to these lands, so thank you very much. So I'm very excited to be here for today's groundbreaking ceremony. And folks, it really is happening. There's shovels, there's dirt, everything is over there. There's not going to be delays after today. This is actually happening. And I want you to know this is more than just a construction milestone. This is a culmination of decades of community persistence and our joint vision of turning this empty 26-acre lot into a beautiful public park that celebrates Oxnard's cultural diversity through the various recreational and community amenities that will be here for the community to enjoy for generations to come. We'll keep our community active, healthy, and connected. This will also be a gathering space where members of the public can come and relax, enjoy just even the seating areas, the pavilion, the multi-use lawns, the seasonal dry creek, and that's just in a few things. If you get a chance later, we have some great visuals over there so you can see what the amenities are in each of the phases and what we're looking at ahead of us in the very near future for this park. This project is also a testament to what we can achieve when we come together as a community. Today is about not only this milestone, it's also about gratitude. It's about thanking those who've made this new park possible. And that includes each and every one of you who's here today and those who have shown up consistently over the many, many years of planning and persistence in having this project come to fruition. Before I continue, let me take a moment to make some quick introductions and recognize some folks who are in attendance. We're going to start with our Oxnard City Council. First, we have City of Oxnard Mayor Louise A. MacArthur. We have District 1 Councilmember Bert Perello. We have District 3 Councilmember Aaron Starr. District 4 Councilmember Gabriela Rodriguez. We also have some dignitaries here. We have a representative from Assemblymember Bennett's office. And we have Port Commissioner Jess Ramirez here as well. As well as our Parks and Recreation and Community Services Commissioners here in the reserved seats in the back there. From the Board of Supervisors representing District 5 Supervisor Lopez, we have Viviana Morales. And now we'll move into our city staff here. We have City Manager Alex Nguyen here. Assistant City Manager Ashley Golden. Deputy City Manager Katie Casey. Public Works Director Mr. Michael Wolf. And we have two of our grant partner agencies with us today who are also you're going to be hearing from. From Caltrans District 7, Acting Deputy District Director Marquise Williams. And from California State's Parks District Superintendent for Central Coast, Dina Bellman. So we have all the individuals recognized. Now, just very briefly, I'd like to recognize the many community partners who are here today and community-based organizations. So first and foremost, we have Friends of Campus Park who've been instrumental in this as well and will continue to be moving forward. We have representatives from the Mixteco Indígena Community Organizing Project, MICOP. We have not only staff representatives, but also youth from the Police Activities League nonprofit PAL. And let's give them special thanks for being the folks at that table there. We had all those great snacks for the morning. We have representatives from Ventura County Public Health, the Downtown Oxnard Improvement Association. I know Angela's wearing multiple hats here on all these groups I'm naming. So the Oxnard Downtowners. And of course, all of the city staff, the project contractors, and all of the folks who've come together today to make this possible. Let's give everyone else a round of applause. I know typically in these types of ceremonies, and we go through the dignitaries, we go through the folks who are getting recognition. I just want to point out that this is a long list, but it's a list that also shows how much work and how many folks have put their efforts and their time and their energy into making today possible and putting this park together. And so that list is just one sliver of what is needed to get to this point. And know that as we move forward, many of our community members, as well as our city staff and our dignitaries, will be involved as on the next steps for this park as well. So I personally want to thank and welcome every resident who stayed engaged in this process and who, like myself, believe this project is essential for Oxnard. And I see a lot of you here. I have personally invited some people who have stayed engaged, and sometimes it's as simple as an email saying, hey, any updates to Campus Park? And sometimes it is a stop in the grocery store and say, hey, what's up with Campus Park? And sometimes it is a more in my face saying, what are we doing about Campus Park? And that's okay. I enjoy those conversations because it is a reminder that people really want to see this happen and it means something to you all. So thank you for that. The fact that we have so many of you here today speaks of the hard work and collaboration that everyone has put together to ensure that this historic site in the heart of Oxnard gets transformed in the beautiful public park that it will be. Many, many years ago, this project was facing budget challenges with so many priorities throughout Oxnard. It was a challenge to secure enough funding to even bring this park to this point. Thankfully, our city staff, with the support of the council and our wonderful community members, decided to go after highly competitive grant awards for Campus Park. And we won them. We were awarded those grants. In total, $22 million, over $22 million in grant awards for this park. If any of you have written grants, which I have, it is not easy. It is a lot of work, and there's a lot of effort and time that goes into making that happen, let alone making it happen and it be successful again and again. And that speaks to the caliber of our staff who've worked on this, as well as the needs of this community and the folks who came out to be able to support that grant effort. So thank you all for that. So I'd like to give a big thank you to everyone who worked tirelessly to not only win these grants, and make this possible. What I want to recognize also, what we'll look at here, many of you walked the halls of Oxnard High School when it was here. If you were a student at this school, can you please raise your hand? I hope folks can look around and see the many generations of people who walked the halls of this school here. And I'll point out that my grandparents who were here also were students at this school, as was my mom, who's here as well. I did not get to go to this school. I went to the new one on Gonzalez. Well, it's 30 plus years old now, but I still call it the new Oxnard High School. And just a quick note on that, I was talking with a colleague once, and we were just having conversation, and we realized, oh, we both went to Oxnard High School. And when I went to Oxnard High School, I was only like 4 years old, and I made the mistake of asking her. I said, oh, did you go to the old Oxnard High School or the new Oxnard High School? And she said, Gib, I'm only like 2 years older than you. I said, oh, sorry. But this campus provided a place for students for generations. And now this park will offer space for community members, for generations to come. And I personally cannot wait. I imagine all of you are feeling the same way as well. So let's move on. Let's get the project done. And we're going to move through today's programming as well. We have a handful of speakers you'll be hearing from today. We're going to say a little bit about their role and what they're bringing today, as well as what we can look forward to as things move forward here with the park. So after we hear from them, we'll invite members of our city council and our grant partners to head over to the mound for the official groundbreaking. For our first speaker, I mentioned earlier this project would not have been possible without grant funding agencies whose support is making this vision possible. So please give a big warm welcome to one of our grantors from California State Parks, District Superintendent for Channel Coast. Welcome, Dina Bellman.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of California State Parks and the Office of Grants and Local Services, thank you for inviting us to celebrate this exciting milestone for the city of Oxnard. California State Parks is proud to support Campus Park through an $8.5 million statewide grant program grant, together with a $6.7 million Outdoor Recreation Legacy Partnership Program Award through the National Park Service. These state and federal investments are helping transform this long vacant property into a vibrant community destination that features diverse recreational opportunities, playground and community garden, trails, a pavilion, and many beautiful park amenities. Campus Park reflects a shared commitment to creating new parks and expanding access to high-quality outdoor recreation in communities that need it most. It is a great example of how strong partnerships can create safe, welcoming spaces where families, children, and neighbors can come together, play, and connect close to home. Today, residents living within a half-mile of this site have access to less than 1 acre of park land for every 1,000 residents. That's far below the national average. This project will transform a site with challenging impacts into a welcoming public space where residents can gather, play, exercise, garden, and connect with nature. Campus Park was especially important for state parks to support because it combines recreation, culture, community health, and environmental stewardship in one project. The project celebrates Oxnard's unique culture through features like the Paluda Mixteca Court, while creating new opportunities for youth and families to stay active and engaged. The project will also provide environmental benefits through stormwater improvement, landscaping being expanded, and the planting of approximately 250 trees. Through programs like this, California State Parks continues to partner with local communities to expand access to parks and recreation opportunities throughout the state. We recognize that projects like Campus Park are only possible through strong partnerships. We would like to congratulate the City of Oxnard for its vision and leadership in bringing this project forward, and thank the many partners who helped make it possible, including the National Park Service, Caltrans, local organizations, community advocates, and the diligent residents who help shape this vision for their community. Congratulations to everyone involved. We look forward to returning for the grand opening and seeing the positive impact that Campus Park will have on the Oxnard community and for generations to come. Thank you so much.
Can we please give Dina one more round of applause? Thank you. Our next speaker, please welcome Caltrans District 7 Acting Deputy District Director, Marquise Williams.
Good morning, everyone. I'm As was mentioned, my name is Marquise Williams. I'm the Acting Deputy District Director of Communication and External Affairs for Caltrans District 7. We oversee the Ventura County and Los Angeles County region. And it's an honor to be here today for the groundbreaking ceremony for the Campus Park Activation Project. Caltrans is proud to support the endeavor through a $3.5 million Clean California local grant. For background, Governor Gavin Newsom launched the Clean California program in 2021 under the premise that we can and should be proud of the public spaces and infrastructure surrounding us. The $1.2 billion program has made historic investments into litter abatement, improvements on state facilities, and crucially, local projects aimed at beautifying and improving streets, parks, travel lands, and transit centers. As a centerpiece of this program, the Clean California program has distributed hundreds of millions of dollars to local projects just like this one. Residents saw a brighter future for this space, and over the course of several workshops, they worked to help shape the vision for this project that we're breaking ground on today. The Campus Park project reflects the transformational spirit and project execution that has helped Clean California to restore pride in public spaces while also improving equity through recreational access and enhancing public health. This project will transform this vacant lot before us into a safer, greener, and more useful public resource for the city's residents and visitors to enjoy. We will all benefit from this park enhancement and the amenities it will provide. So with that, I want to thank a few partners, including the City of Oxnard, Mayor Luis MacArthur, Mayor Pro Tem and Council Member Gabe Turan, and all the City Council members. I'd also like to thank City Manager Alex Nguyen, Deputy City Manager Katie Casey, Public Works Director Michael Wolf, Grants Coordinator Eric Hummel, Project Manager Jeannie Jimenez. I also want to thank the Ventura County Board of Supervisors, Vianney Lopez's office, California State Parks, the contractor Urban Habitat, our Caltrans staff in the Office of Local Assistance, and all those who have helped to make this project come to fruition after so long. And with that, I appreciate you all's time, and it's been a pleasure to be here.
Okay, can we give our appreciation once more to Mr. Williams? Thank you for joining us today. I know it was a long drive for you, so much appreciated for you to be here in person. As many of you know, before her appointment to County Supervisor, Supervisor Vianney Lopez was council member of District 6 here in Oxnard, and she supported this project as well. And she's just as excited as we are to see this project coming to fruition. Supervisor Lopez was not able to join us today, but on her behalf, please welcome from Board of Supervisors District 5 Representative Viviana Morales.
Good morning, everyone. Buenos dias. My name is Viviana, and I have the honor to represent Supervisor Lopez in the County of Ventura, and I'm honored to be here to celebrate the groundbreaking of the Campus Park Activation Project. Supervisor Lopez extends her congratulations to the City of Oxnard, community members, and all of the partners who have helped make this important milestone happen. Supervisor Lopez was on the City Council and voted on a series of measures that helped secure grant funding that has led to getting us to this stage. We recognize that this journey to this moment has not met without any challenges. For many years, the community has waited to see the full potential of Campus Park realized. Residents saw a space with so much promise, faced setbacks and delays, and we acknowledge the patience, the advocacy, and the commitment of those who continue to believe in what this park could become. Today's groundbreaking represents renewed progress and an important step towards transforming a long-held community vision into reality. Supervisor Lopez believes that parks are more than just infrastructure. They are investments in people, in neighborhoods, and the quality of life of residents. Access to safe, welcoming, and beautiful public spaces strengthen communities and ensure that families have places to build memories, celebrate culture, and come together. On behalf of Supervisor Lopez, thank you to the City of Oxnard, community advocates, and everyone who worked to bring us to this moment. We look forward to seeing Campus Park become a place where Oxnard families continue to grow, connect, and thrive for generations to come, and also a potential Paletas in the Park event that Supervisor Lopez hosts, hopefully in the future here at Campus Park as well. Thank you so much.
Okay, can we give our appreciation once more to Viviana? Okay, so for our penultimate speaker here, we're going to hear some remarks from our city's senior project manager, who will be the one leading the Campus Park Activation Project. Please welcome Jenny Ibanez.
Good morning, everyone. As a project manager, I'm honored to be part of the team helping carrying this vision, creating a reality and bringing it to completion. First and foremost, I'd like to acknowledge and thank our on-site tribal monitor, Randy Folks, with our Indigenous consultants, who, as the Mayor Pro Tem mentioned, will work alongside us throughout the ground-disturbing activities, such as grading, excavation, and trenching, to ensure that any culturally sensitive areas and artifacts are protected. The Campus Park Activation Project represents so many years of planning and the commitment of so many of you to create this brand new community park. Specifically, I'd like to thank the Friends of Campus Park for their partnership throughout this process. I'd like to briefly introduce the project team, who in addition to our Indigenous consultants, we're glad to partner with. We have MIG, our design team. We have M6, who served as the historic design project managers. We have Philippine Engineering, who is our construction management firm. And we have our construction contractor, Urban Habitat. The work we are beginning now represents the initial activation to bring the park to life. This current phase will establish the foundation for the future, the vision of Campus Park, including enhanced recreational spaces, landscaping improvements, gathering areas, and amenities designed to support community connection and activation. The city is committed to maintaining close communication with nearby residents and keeping everyone informed as construction progresses. An exciting part of this project is the opportunity for community involvement. As part of the SPP grant that the city applied for and won, this project will include a volunteer effort with at least 30 community members, participating in activities such as planting trees, installing shrubs, spreading soil, and other general landscaping activities. We encourage anyone interested in getting more involved or getting more information to visit our welcome table up front today. We appreciate everyone's patience and support as we begin this transformation. The wait is finally over. The vision is here, the team is here, our moment is here, and let's go break ground. Vamos.
Hey, one more round of applause for Jenny for coming up here and sharing those remarks. Okay, so for our last speaker, we have the pleasure of hearing from our mayor for just a few words. So please join me in giving a warm welcome to Mayor Luis A. MacArthur.
Good morning, everyone. I'm just so delighted to be here. Before I came out, as you know, I have little kids. I still have a 4 and 5 year old. I told them that I was coming to the park. And they're like, without us, we're not taking us to the park. Who's going to swing you, Daddy? I said, well, first of all, I can swing myself, right? I know how to push my legs up and pull them back, but I told him it's not good. It's not that kind of visit, Mijo. It's a park that's been longer ready to be open. So he tells me what's Disneyland, right? Is it like Disneyland? People are waiting in line. I said, something like that. It's like Disneyland. I said, people have been waiting an awfully long time for this park to be open. But it's going to be great. And I remember, I think Veronica came out and spoke at council and mentioned that her kids missed an opportunity to be at the park. And I'm just so delighted that mine burnt, Veronica. Thank you to the efforts. I look around from my loft, from my lawn, all the way around the rear, and I see so many key members of our community that are so vital, from you and from our amazing city staff, from strong voices in our community, often divergent ideas that come in. But that's what makes our community great. but it's all of you that have this strong imagination and this strong will that push us consistently. I've never given up for us to open up this park. Finally has to a jury. I think Mayor Pro Tem first opened with how many of us have memories of this park. And I certainly do play soccer here on this field. Just see some, is a police officer tackling them right over there. Be the PAL co-director here, along with Harrison. And then when I were at Drayville's, parking my little police car at 2, 3 in the morning and just looking out, imagining what this place could be. As you know, I'm very much into youth sports, and because I know what they do for young people, especially providing access to open spaces for them to play, for families to come together for good gatherings. It's just a hub of activity. It is so vital for our community. I remember having a conversation with Dr. Holden back in the days, and I thought, well, you're the mayor. Can't you make it happen? Can't you do something? And I'm just so honored that at this point in my life, I can be here and celebrating with all of you what it's just the amazing journey you get to this point to where it's a reality for us to see Campus Park open. As I mentioned before, parks are a vital part of our community, serving as gathering spaces for families, playgrounds for children, venues for youth sports, and hubs for active living. As a proud mayor of the city of Oxnard, I'm dedicated to enhancing the quality of life of all members of our community and modernizing our infrastructure, including our beloved neighborhood parks. And this is proud to be adding this brand new park to the list of wonderful parks in the city of Oxnard. Today we celebrate the start of a long-awaited investment in our community that will deliver lasting benefits for our youth and for future generations to come. On behalf of the city, I'd like to extend my appreciation to all the many community members, the friends of Campus Park, that throughout the years never give up on us. All of them, thank you. Yeah, thank you. I mean, sometimes city moves slow, but thank you for not giving up, and thank you for pushing us. All the residents whose persistence, whose time and efforts get this project at the top of all of our minds, even when the city faced budget challenges. Your support, and your support of this project, your support of the city's ongoing efforts to seek out grants, all of you have made this project possible. For those of you who participated in community workshops and provided your input about the features you wanted to see prominently displayed in this park, I thank you sincerely. Pretty soon you'll be able to see the vision come to reality here at this park. In fact, I just want to take a moment to acknowledge 2 people that are in attendance here today in the audience. There were kids who participated as youth and provided valuable input as to what they wanted to see here at Campus Park. And now they work for our city of Oxnard. The Master Garcia, if you're here, there he is, the Nasir. And also Joseph Samara. Is Joseph here? So that was the Nasir and Joseph were middle when they provided input, and the Master Joseph, soon you're going to see your visionary input come to reality here at the park. I really just want to thank you all again sincerely for not giving up on us as a city. And thanks to the leadership of our staff, and thanks for the strong voices, oftentimes, very loud voices that pushed us to get this done. And I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge Mayor Flynn for also not losing sight of this project, and all of us who have passed on the baton. And I'm just really honored. As much as I love youth sports, and as much as I know that we do more and more spaces here in our city, I'm just tremendously honored. I reflect back on the conversation that I had with Dr. Holden to make it happen. And here I am sitting here as the proud mayor of the city of Oxnard, leading this procedure where I, during my time, are going to see, and I'm going to see together with all of you, celebrate the opening of Campus Park. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, one more round of applause for the mayor. Thank you so much. And thank you for recognizing Mayor Flynn. I hadn't noticed he was here, so let's give him a round of applause as well. I'd be remiss if I didn't say that he was one of my teachers in high school as well, so. For better or worse, right? Yes. So, lastly, before we go to our groundbreaking here, I want to remind everybody that behind the city are people who are not seen and their names are not always heard when it comes to the day-to-day work that happens to make this come together. And our dedicated staff members who work very hard to turn the community's vision into a reality. So just to acknowledge some of these people who've not only worked to secure funding, but will continue to work a lot throughout the project to administer and be good stewards of the grants entrusted to us as a community. So please help us. I'm going to name the folks here, and then we'll give them all one big round of applause. So please help us in giving our recognition to CAP administrative team, Chandra, Gabriela, Veronica, Melina, and Guadalupe. Let's give them a round of applause, please. And another big thank you to another team member, Lupe Login, who's the administrative analyst supporting grants management and budget for Campus Park. Lupe could not be here today, but we want to acknowledge Lupe as well. So let's do that, please. And last, but certainly and definitely not least, a name that comes up often who deserves incredible acknowledgement on behalf of the city of Oxnard. And we give our thanks and immense applause to Mr. Eric Hummel. He's a very reserved individual, and him standing up was actually a massive recognition. So just so you all know, Eric is a very humble individual, but does amazing work and walks quietly, but does some great work behind the scenes. He's our grants coordinator. He's very skilled, he's professional in what he does, and his grant writing abilities not only secured the funding for this site in addition to the work with his team and the community members, but all told, Eric has brought in $50 million in grants to this city. So thank you, Eric, for all of your work and your continued work. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you to all of those who are here today, all of those who we recognize, those who've taken the time to join us. And in just a moment here, we're going to invite all of our officials, our grant partners, as well as Eric Hummel, to grab a shovel and do the official groundbreaking. There will also be these renderings and some information here for folks to be able to peruse and take a look at so you can see some details of the park, as well as some of our staff who are here who, if you have questions, I'm sure they'd love to answer them. And if you'd like to get periodic updates about the project, please feel free to leave your email address with staff, and you will be added to an email list so you can get those regular updates. I'll be sending them out as well. If I don't have your email address yet, please feel free to give it to me. So on behalf of the city of Oxnard, thank you all so much for joining us today for this momentous occasion. I look forward to meeting you all back here next fall for the ribbon cutting of the newly opened campus park. So thank you so much. Let's break some ground.